Hey guys, yes, what's up? It's Kyle here. I wanted to talk about the WrestleMania 31 card. Um, WrestleMania is approaching. Believe it or not, it's right at almost at the heels of our door at the door. Um, I wanted to talk about the WrestleMania 31 card. Um, I'll make a separate video in the days to come leading up to the event. I'm going to break down and talk about the matches individually themselves in more detail. But for this video, I just wanted to talk about the WrestleMania 31 card so far, the matches that we know we have and that we may be getting going into the event. Um, Now, I wouldn't say that this year's WrestleMania is a must watch, show stopping. This looks like it's going to be the greatest WrestleMania of all time. I don't get that feeling from it, like a lot of people. But then again, too, WrestleMania really hasn't had that flair and that feeling for quite some time. I mean, nearly almost a decade now. However, just match quality wise, looking at it on paper, WrestleMania 31 does not look that bad. It really doesn't. I know a lot of people are just kind of like, meh. To me, on paper, the match that we have so far, it does not look bad. It doesn't look like now the way they execute it come the event, that could be a totally different story. The execution is far more important as how they present these matches and the pay-per-view and everything else. But for right now, on paper, WrestleMania 31 does not look bad. It's not a must-watch WrestleMania, but it does have my interest. Couple of reasons. Um, One, talk about the undercard. That has been one of the biggest things that have been lackluster in WrestleMania for I would say at least 5 or 6 years now is the undercard. Um, the undercard this year, the undercard last year wasn't too bad. They tried, but the undercard this year as well looks like they're trying as well to make a pretty decent undercard. You got to figure they're going to do Goldust versus Stardust. Um, that I think is going to be a good match. I think that's going to be a match a lot of people probably will sleep over or look over or sleep on. But I think Stardust and obviously Stardust and Cody Rhodes. I think that can be a pretty good warm up match, mid card match, a good undercard match at WrestleMania. They had a decent match at Fastlane. You got to figure both of those guys are going to pull out all the stomps at WrestleMania. So I think those two are going to have a good match um, between the Road Brothers. You get the Andre the Battle Royal. I don't know what to really think about that. I don't even think WWE knows what they want to do with that. But I mean that's something. I don't really care for that. Um, the IC title match, ladder match. Um, this match I think has some significant meaning to it. Um, I like the way they've been building it. At first, I loved it with the whole Ambrose thing and him taking the bell and whatnot. But the more you look at it, if it was just Ambrose, if it's just Ambrose versus Wade Barrett, um, on paper, that match enough in itself is kind of lackluster in comparison to other matches that are on the card. But by them throwing in the mix other fan favorites like Dolph Ziggler, Daniel Bryan, um, Luke Harper, who can go, um, uh, our truth. If Sheamus returns, if he returns before WrestleMania, you got to figure they probably throw him in the mix there. Or if they don't throw him in there, they could throw him in the Andre Battle Royal. I can see that too. So either between the Andre the Battle Royal or probably the IC ladder match, I can see them throwing Sheamus in if he returns before WrestleMania. But point being, uh, the ladder match has some significant meaning to it because now you really don't know who's going to win because now you got some fan favorites. You got Ziggler, You got Daniel Bryan in the mix, and you also got Ambrose, which I really think Ambrose should win the IC title. I think he needs it more than anybody in that match. Everyone's been an IC champion except him, and except R-Truth as well, I guess. And then you look at some of the other matches that they've got. Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins. Whenever they decide to pull that trigger, um, Roman versus Brock, and then you've got Undertaker and Bray Wyatt. These are younger. These are the younger stars going up against the older veterans. This is something that I've been wanting out of WWE for a while. And I think I even made a prediction on a statement last year. I said that WrestleMania 31 should be like WrestleMania 21, where it was a passing of the torch between the current crop of talent, the next generation of stars, against the veterans or the more seasoned stars. And I said 2015 needs to be a youth movement for WWE. Looks like they're finally listening. This is another reason why I'm interested in this year's WrestleMania, because you look at those three matches between Bray and Taker, Roman, Brock, Seth, Orton. It's the next generation of stars getting that rub and hopefully a passing of the torch from these other veteran, more seasoned stars. This is what I've been wanting from WWE, getting that next generation ready, and they're doing it at WrestleMania. It's a great spot to do it. So, I think, just on whatever they decide to do with what are they going to do with John Cena? I don't know. Rusev also, that's another one. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with him. But all in all, excuse me, on paper, it doesn't look that bad. Don't know what they're going to do with the tag team champs, Cesaro and Kidd. They may just throw them in there somewhere. They're going to throw the Divas in there somewhere as well. But, I mean, like I said, on paper, WrestleMania 31 doesn't look bad. As the days come leading up to the event, I will do videos individually talking about the matches separately. Especially the big marquee matches individually in detail to get my thoughts on those as we approach the event and see how things are being built. I will talk about these matches leading up. But like I said, on paper, WrestleMania 31 does not look bad. If I was to rate it, just off paper, 1 through 10, I'd probably get about a 7.5. You guys let me know what you think about WrestleMania 31 card. The event's not here yet. What do you think of the matchups so far? Does it have your intrigue, your interest? Yes, no? Do you think it may be a decent WrestleMania just by looking at it on paper? What are your thoughts in the box below? Comment, subscribe. Peace.